Yeah, so welcome to Petroni Vineyards.
Good to be back.
We're up in the mountains. We're basically the Mayor Cummins Mountains. We're really Sonoma Valley designation at this stage, but we're in the mountains. It's going to be called Moon Mountain, a sub-appellation very soon. So quite a unique spot, and a few of the vineyards and wineries around here have got together to create the Moon Mountain appellation.
All right, tell me a little bit about the Cabernet and why it's so special from this estate.
Well, it's just a very well-made Cabernet, very harmonious, and it comes from unique soils. As you can see around here, it's very rocky, volcanic, red soil, and it just has really fine-grained tannins and really good expression of Sonoma fruit.
So expand upon that. So when someone tastes Sonoma fruit, especially steep hillside vineyards, what are you looking for to extract, and what do you have come across in the glass?
Well, the hillside definitely gives the wine elegance and balance. It isn't so heavy. It tends to have a bit of restraint, but plenty of character that's unique. So I think it comes back to balance and elegance, makes it more pretty. Not so chunky or fruity or syrupy that you might find on the valley floor or elsewhere.
So a little bit leaner and not as...
The trick of making great wine really is the fruit needs to get ripe, but not overripe. So I think that's what the elevation gives you, is the cooler breezes and the moderated temperature that gets the balance just right.
So you don't make a lot of it. Tell me how much you make.
We only make 500 cases each year, and we have the capacity to make up to 1,500 cases, but it's all about selection and choosing through the lots and getting the best batch. So each batch is handmade to reflect the properties of that particular part of the vineyard. And being such a nice hilly vineyard and several different aspects, we have a few parcels we can choose from.
Now I noticed the accent. That's what side of New York is that?
Well, you got the new part right.
Tell me a little bit about that and how you came here.
From New Zealand, Waiheke Island. Worked at a great winery called Stony Ridge, and a Californian girl was flying around the place, finding her dreams, and somehow stumbled across the winery, and I guess it just sort of happened like that.
And stuck her hooks in you?
Yeah, it happens to all the good guys, I guess. You would end up in California. I suppose it says something for the girls though, right?
Absolutely, it does. One thing I know that's always true is it's location, location, location with regards to the vineyard is really producing the great wine. So tell me a little bit about the Cab vineyards and why you're excited about them.
Well, the land definitely is the defining feature. It's the irreplaceable part of the puzzle. I suppose I could go somewhere else and so could the label, but the land will always be here. And again, it's the aspect, this hill, it gets the full spectrum of sun. It's got many different soils, and the steepness of the land is incredible, so it keeps the vines very small. They don't get too vegetative, the crops are low, and the sun gets a lot of fruit, which ripens the tannins. So it does all come back to the land, but also the viticulture, getting the vines to look just right all year, that attention to detail. That's probably the most important part in making wine, is actually the viticulture. The winemakers, of course, don't want you to know that, but you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear after all, can you?
You cannot.